These series of videos are demonstrating how to automate economic policy through code. A link to the GitHub repository is included in the video description. In the previous video, we deployed some new services on a Kubernetes instance in the cloud. In this video, we're going to use those new services to visualize in real time how modeling an economy the same way the universe models us achieves financial and economic independence for everyone. Alright, we'll run this demo locally, so open a terminal and make start to spin up the stack. Services are running. Now open a browser and navigate to the client on localhost port 10,009. We're headed to the measure page. Okay, we don't have any transactions happening, so let's simulate them. So Postgres sends GDP notifications, and the event service increments the GDP values in Redis. Back to the editor, open another terminal, and there's a convenience script available to simulate transactions. Run it from project root with bash scripts, insert transactions, and a continue flag. Fire that command. And we've got incoming. Okay, back to the browser. And we can just repeat this hinted query in the query input. California, GDP now. There's California's real-time GDP. I'm not waiting for the Bureau of Economic Analysis to supply me a quarterly estimate of this number, nor am I allowing the federal government to permit banks' distortion of it. Alright, what if I want a more specific number? For example, I live in Riverside, California, and want to know the activity there. The query is Riverside, California GDP now. Riverside's carrying most of the weight in this demo, so it's similar to the state GDP. Or let's say you have an election coming up with some ballot box measures pending, and you want to know how much the state of California is earning lately. You can query that revenue. If you're tired of hearing adults talk about Republicans and Democrats and whatever other fictional social group they join when they don't want to do their own homework. Okay, now remember, the state of California is just an account. If you're a business owner, you can publish the performance of your business account, so investors on the hunt for a return can find it and offer you capital almost immediately. When the demand for capital is signaled by the real-time supply of return, and it's empirical, the increase in certainty this access achieves sets an unprecedented level of investor confidence. Why bother accepting an invitation to an IPO roadshow when you can just click a button? Okay, zooming out to California again. I'm staring at GDP in real time. No delays, no estimates, no bureaucracy, no committees, no distortions. The simple visuals of my government's real-time revenue and expenses is available to me. So I'm not going to bother scaling the wall of a 400-page annual comprehensive financial report before casting an informed vote. And the movement of incoming and outgoing value I'm measuring in real time is conserved, so I don't need a Federal Reserve anymore. With central banks out of the way, interest rates can no longer be repurposed and manipulated to service a reserve requirement, which has nothing to do with measuring the supply of return in the economy. I don't need 10Qs or 10Ks or the accountants and lawyers that create them, because I can publish and access the real-time performance of firms when buying and selling capital And because I can buy and sell transaction rules automating dividend and debt service payments, I don't need a New York Stock Exchange or a NASDAQ. In here, I am financially independent. Okay, that's it for this series. Why produce them? Because when you say, hey, you know what's missing from money? A conservation law. You can standardize it with this. This is some conserved value. All programmers like to say is, no, it isn't. Talk is cheap. Show me the code. No, it isn't. You know, programming is more software than engineering when the people who are proud of it try calling physicists bluff. Fine. I'll build it myself and let the next completely avoidable man-made financial crisis prove whose talk is cheap. See you then.